Hello Reds fan, in this video you'll stay informed about the latest Liverpool news. But first, leave your like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any updates about Liverpool FC. Alright Liverpool fan, well lads, any bit of momentum Liverpool had going after those back-to-back wins came crashing down on Sunday with that rough 3-0 loss to Man City. Let's be honest, a trip to the Etihad is never easy for anyone. And the Reds knew they had to be spot on to get anything out of that match. Now, losing 3-0 isn't exactly the end of the world. We've been battered there before, even during Klopp's time. But what really hurts this time is how we lost. It wasn't just the scoreline, it was the way we folded. That's Liverpool's 5th Premier League defeat already this season. And that's worrying. Arne Slot and the lads never really looked like they were in it. From the first whistle, City were all over us. Honestly, it could have been 4 or 5. And we couldn't have complained. After a decent start to November, this results brought all the questions back about Slot. Even Steve Nicol, the former Red, went on ESPN and didn't hold back, saying he was annoyed by how Slot just sat there while we were getting played off the park. Nicol said City's dominance shocked him. Apart from maybe 5 minutes after halftime, Liverpool didn't lay a glove on them. Donnarumma's first save came in the 73rd minute from Szoboszlai. That says it all, doesn't it? What really riled Nicol up was that Slot didn't change anything in the first half. We were getting completely overrun in midfield, and he just let it happen. You want to see your manager react, shout instructions, tweak the shape, do something. But he just sat there. Now, to be fair, when City are flying like that, it's hard to turn it around. They might not be the exact same side that won 4 titles in a row, but they're still a machine. Some of their football was unreal, so yeah, Slot deserves some criticism. But this one wasn't all down to tactics. Sometimes you've just got to admit the other side were better on the day. So Reds, let's talk about Antoine Semenyo, a name that's been floating around Anfield for a while now. Fabrizio Romano's dropped some fresh info about Liverpool's supposed interest, and it's got a few fans talking again. Semenyo's been flying this season, honestly. One of the standout performers in the Premier League so far because of that. It's no surprise that some of the big 6 clubs are sniffing around, especially with that release clause in his contract. Now, yeah, it's a fair chunk of money for a 25-year-old. But when you look at what he brings, proven Premier League quality, versatility across the front line, and that killer instinct in front of goal, the price doesn't seem too crazy. Apparently, his release clause is active right now, but no one's actually made a move yet. A lot of clubs could use someone like Semenyo, but after the spending spree last summer, most teams are strapped for cash going into January. For Liverpool, it's a bit of a head-scratcher. We've already trimmed the squad quite a bit, so it's not like there's anyone obvious left to sell to make space. That's why those earlier rumors of a January move confused a few fans. Romano's latest update clears things up a bit, though, speaking on his Market Madness podcast. He said he doesn't expect Semenyo to move mid-season and that Liverpool are likely to have a quiet January window. The summer, though, that's a different story. Right now, Slot's got 5 senior attackers, Ekitike, Gakpo, and Salah seem to be his go-to front 3, with Isak returning soon and Chiesa waiting in the wings for when Salah heads off to AFCON. But come summer, it feels nailed on that Liverpool will go for another forward. Gakpo's been decent, but Wirtz and young Rio Ngamoha have sometimes outshone him. Maybe bringing in someone like Semenyo would be the push Gakpo needs to hit top form again. Listen up Liverpool fan, here's one that might get a few of us worried. Bayern Munich are reportedly eyeing up Liverpool's Ibrahima Konate for a future move. The French defender's current deal runs until June 2026, which means from January that year, clubs outside the UK could actually start talking to him about a pre-contract, according to Rousing the Cop. Liverpool are planning more talks with Konate's camp during the international break in November to try and sort out his future. Transfer insider Graham Bailey reckons the club don't believe he's made up his mind yet, whether he wants to stay at Anfield or look for a new challenge. Now, reports coming out of Germany say Bayern Munich have already reached out to Konate's people. Apparently, the Bavarians are keen on adding another defender next summer, but only if they can move on Kim Min-jae first. Classic Bayern, always planning 2 steps ahead. What's interesting is that both Liverpool and Bayern seem to be circling around the same pool of defenders. It's like a little transfer merry-go-round. Both clubs are looking at Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace, And Liverpool have even been linked with Bayern's Dayot Upamecano if things go the other way. There's also some noise that Real Madrid and Upamecano have a verbal agreement brewing, while PSG have shown interest too. Madrid have been sniffing around Connacht before and even around Alexis Mac Allister, so they're clearly keeping tabs on what's happening at Anfield. If the worst happens and Connacht does decide to move on, one name being talked about as a replacement is Nico Schlotterbeck from Dortmund, a strong, ball-playing defender who'd fit Slot's system nicely. Still, nothing's concrete yet. But with Bayern, Madrid, and PSG all watching, Liverpool will want to get Connacht tied down sooner rather than later. Hey Reds, Harvey Elliott could actually make a surprise return to Liverpool in January, even though there was already a deal in place for his permanent move to Aston Villa. According to Rousing the Cop, things haven't gone quite as planned since he left on deadline day back in September. Elliott's only made 5 appearances for Villa so far, and that's causing a few headaches. The deal was originally set up as a loan with a £35 million permanent transfer kicking in once he hit 10 appearances. But right now, it looks like that milestone might not be reached, from what's been reported. Neither Liverpool, Villa, nor Elliott himself are happy with how this whole move has turned out. Because of that, there's now a genuine chance that the 22-year-old could come back to Anfield in January. But only if all 3 sides agree to it. Elliott left Liverpool, a bit frustrated after losing his place under Arne Slot toward the end of last season. But it turns out things haven't been much better at Villa Park either. Just 97 minutes of Premier League football in total. And Emery's not really using him, possibly because the club still isn't sure if they want to commit to the full transfer. If Villa decide to back out and Elliott's open to ending the deal, then a return to Liverpool is definitely on the table. Slot would then have to decide whether to bring him straight back into the fold or maybe look for another loan move. There's also a buyback clause involved if the permanent transfer goes through before the end of the season, and that fee would be a lot higher than the £35 million agreed in September. But for now, the door's still open. Elliott's reportedly disappointed with how things have gone at Villa, and a fresh start back at Anfield could be exactly what he needs. This is the Liverpool FC News Fan Channel, and I'll stop here. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. A big hug and see you in the next video.